Hi, and here is your video for the i20 Active. So obviously two keys, remote central locking. So to unlock it you press the unlock padlock, to lock it you press the lock padlock. So we'll get into the car. Now before we get in, just show you how to adjust the seat. You've got the bar underneath the seat there to move it backwards and forwards. This lever here on the driver's seat pumps the seat up or down, and then this shorter one adjusts the backrest. Alright, while we're down here, your fuel release is just on the floor there, the base of the seat, and your bonnet release just at the side of the accelerator there on the kick panel. So in we get. So starting procedure then, obviously key in the ignition, and then fully depress the clutch and then fire the car up. Okay, so adjustment of your wing mirrors and everything. So in the driver's armrest you've got controls for the electric windows. That's the power cut-off switch for the rear windows, stop people playing with them, young children, etc. And then your mirrors, you got left or right, and that's the touchpad you use to adjust it. That button there folds the wing mirrors in and out. On your dash you've got your headlight levels. Normal setting is 0. Okay, you got your stability traction control, that is on by default, so obviously don't turn that off. And this little wheel just adjusts the illumination level of your dashboard so you can get it right for nighttime driving. On the steering wheel, the horn is anywhere in the center here, and obviously on the left hand stalk you've got your indicators and lights. So the lights are on this twisty bit on the end, so you've got side lights and headlights. Okay, full beam, push it away, and again you get the indications on the instruments, and to take full beam off, pull it back towards you. This inner band here is your front and rear fog light, so you twist it up for the front fog light, twist it up again for the rear fog light, and you do exactly the same to turn them off. So just twist it up and then put it back to the O for off. Alright. On the opposite stalk obviously you've got your wipers, so if you just flick them down they just do a single sweep. Up one is intermittent, and you've got a can vary from short interval to long interval. Okay, and you've still got the low and high settings. To wash the windscreen, pull it back towards the steering wheel. The rear one is this twisty bit on the end, so that is intermittent, that is always on. And again, if you want to wash the rear, push the stalk away from the steering wheel. And the subject of the steering wheel, if you need to adjust it, little lever just here, just fold that down. Obviously you can then adjust the steering wheel and then obviously tighten it back up when you start to drive away, or before you start to drive away. So obviously on your instrument panel you've got your speedo, your fuel gauge, engine temperature gauge, and the rev counter. And obviously you've got the total mileage of the car in the little display there. In the middle of the dash you've got your trip computer screen, so as you can see it's showing that there's 113 miles of fuel in the tank, gives you the date and the time and the outside temperature. Now that is controlled by this button here, so if I press that button, as you'll see, it'll go through the various other screens, and if you need to reset any of those, just press and hold the trip button in until they're reset. Okay, turning the radio on and off, this button here. Okay, we'll just tune a few stations in. So that's on. Again, it shows you what radio station you're listening to as well, BBC Radio 2. So I'll just put a few more stations in for you. Classic on number 6. Radio Shropshire number 5. Radio 4 on 4. Radio 3 on 3. Okay, there we go. So that's a few radio stations and that's stored for you. And obviously what you've got on the steering wheel, you can increase or decrease the volume. You can go up or down the favourite radio stations. So we'll leave it on radio 2. And you've also got the Bluetooth for your phone as well if you wanted to pair your phone to the car. Your heater, obviously you've got red is hot, blue is cold, so you can just adjust the nozzle as you wish. You've got your fan speed, your air conditioning, you can turn that off or on. Okay. Your rear demist, rear screen, and then obviously this is where the air is being directed to. Down here, got a little storage cubby on it, and then you've got a USB, you've got another power socket there, and obviously the handbrake is just there by the seat. And in the glove box you've got your touch-up pencil, touch-up stick, locking wheel nut key for the alloy wheels, and you've got your handbook and service book all in there for you. Okay, so turn her off. I'll just show you in the boot. So inside the boot, obviously the handle just inside there. So under the boot floor you've got a little tray for some additional storage, then underneath that tray is your space saver, spare wheel and tools. Your fuel filler cap, that is located on the rear passenger side. Okay, and as I showed you, the release is just on the base of the floor by the seat, and it's obviously normal unleaded fuel. So there we go. Enjoy your car, and if you have any questions, please contact me.